Alright, you guys, welcome back to another match play. Today is a round 2 game between Gardevoir Gallade and Sceptile. Both these decks had a pretty easy round 1. Gardevoir Gallade 8-2ing Reuniclus, and Sceptile 8-2ing Politoed Poliwrath. That one being just kind of a layup here. So we're going to take a look at this. Both these decks, it's kind of the... it's the first instance of GX versus GX. Sceptile is going to try to get out that Mega Sceptile, or sorry, Big EX I should say. Yeah, Mega Sceptile is what that's going to try to do, whereas Gardevoir is going to get this Mega Gardevoir out, and you're going to have these two big boppers kind of going at each other. It's going to be who can get that one first and kind of establish that. I think that's just kind of how this matchup shakes out. I'm messing with Grady there. That looks really funny. Really funny sped up. But anyways, so yeah, I guess that's as easy as a matchup as you're gonna hit. Grady's gonna draw pass, and then I'm gonna play a collector turn 1 with the Spiritomb, getting 2 Raltses down and a Porygon. Grady's gonna do probably something similar, I would bet you. Rosie's probably gonna go for a Spiritomb, there it is. Retreat out of that, and Darkness Grace into the Baltoy. So similar starts. Mine's just a little bit better because I had the Porygon and the Ralts down. Just on our way to trying to hit that early Gallade, or early Gardevoir rather. If I can hit that turn 1, or sorry, this next turn, it'd be great. So I got the download Porygon out. Rosie's Research, probably going to go for, I don't know, maybe a Lapras, if I don't have another supporter. Definitely going to hit at least 1 energy off of this. I don't know why I grabbed Corellia there. That's really interesting. Oh, I think I just like brain farted, maybe. Yeah, there's a Ralts. Okay. My cat is doing something very weird, and I'm kind of confused. But anyways, get another Ralts out. Gonna go ahead and hopefully stick him with kind of a bad hand. That's really all I can hope for. And go ahead and we got another Corellia down. So now we get that Mega, or the Gardevoir GX out turn 2. Nothing better than that. So I can start taking like some big knockouts here. It's gonna be very, very hard for him to catch up outside of this. He is going to need to hit probably Broken Time Space or Forest into the Sceptile, and then Darkness Grace into the Mega. That's just kind of what's going to need to happen here. Otherwise, I'm just going to start steamrolling. Just with the Gardevoir GX, mind you, nothing else. But Grady misses a lot here. He's only going to get the Darkness Grace onto the Trico. It'd be great if I could hit like a Guzma or something, right? Oh, excuse me. Lysander, even better. So we're going to take the Lysander here. I have an attachment, and then this Mallow is going to come down. You saw the flash of a Fairy Energy so that I could use Gardevoir's ability to attach to himself and take this easy knockout. All with that energy on. Going to go ahead and Cosmic Power into it. Go ahead and use that, I think it's called Fairy, I don't even know what it's called. I haven't played Standard in a while. And the Goop coming down even bigger. So the Gardevoir is already starting to roll. This card is very, very good. Gardevoir Gallade is a very good deck, pretty much just because of the Gardevoir. You could build this deck a lot differently. Right now we have this like what's like a 4-4-7 line. I don't know. Go take a look at the deck video. It's a very weird deck, but you definitely can build it with just Gardevoir Gardevoir GX in mind. And I think that's kind of a good route to go about it, maybe. You know, by doing this tournament, we're hoping to learn a lot about deck building. So we've already learned so much about it, and we're gonna have a lot of changes here. But Grady does a very weird thing there. So I gooped, so he can play items into Spiritomb. So he was able to, but he played Professor Oak's Invention, and then since he didn't have anything to Oh, excuse me. Didn't have anything to dowsing machine for. He just dowsing machine for the Oaks Dimension again, just to check to see if I had some good prizes or whatnot. Kind of funny, but you know. Greedy kind of going through his deck. There's a lot of energies in that hand of his. It's not good for a goop turn. So I think he already. I can't remember if it was. Nope, it was. So you get him versus Seeker for the end just because of the spirit. Like I could leave the Spirit Tomb in the act if I wanted to. So kind of smart to preemptively grab the N, and the only downside of that is like I know the N's coming next turn. I think that would be the only like real downside of that. But regardless, I'm going to take a really easy knockout. It'd be awesome if I could do it some sort of cheap way by using not Gardevoir GX, just to kind of like save some damage. But regardless, that doesn't happen, so I'll just take the knockout. No Fairy Energy to accelerate. That's fine. You know, I'm already kind of in this position where he's got to try to take out a 230 HP Pokemon. And I just don't know if there's like real ways that he can do that. Just really don't know what options he's got. This game does get a little bit closer, I will let you know, so I just haven't watched it in a while. I just see the final score, so I know kind of what happens, or in terms of prize counts. But anyways, Greedy's gonna look through some stuff. He's gonna need. I'm trying to think of what he needs. Like maybe an energy removal of some sort. Getting that second Grovyle down is kind of big. Maybe some status conditions. Some of those Grovyles have like sleep and poison and paralyze and that sort of thing. So maybe he can get one of those out. He's checking right now. So you got that Sceptile out. So I think now he can even forest into the Mega and have the Mega just like take a hit. And if that's the case, yeah, see, he's got the Mega in his hand, and he's debating whether or not to play it or not. If he Megas here, like, it's fine because I can't one-shot him, right? It's gonna be very hard for me to. And then he's got that Nurture and Heal, so next turn the Mega could just take a hit, for instance, and then he could get the stuff back by Nurture and Healing and Max Potioning and all that stuff. So the Goop comes down, so that also ensures that it's going to be impossible for me to take a knockout here. DCE plus an energy attachment is 210. So I would need DCE plus Muscle Band, right? DCE would put it to 180. No, yeah, I couldn't even. It wouldn't be possible without the Goop. So Goop's a good play there. He can now get the perfect play for Grady here would be a Max Potion, Manual Attach, Nurture, and Heal. That's what Grady's going to kind of need to stay relevant in this game. Also, you saw Grady put the Colress on the bottom of his deck with Cosmic Power, then Trump Card, and it somehow got to the top, back to the top. So, pretty lucky for Grady there that he's able to get that off. So, good job, Grady there. Let's see what else is going to happen. So yeah, he just kind of needs to hit this Max Potion. That's really all he needs to hit right here. Because hitting me for 100, it's just not going to be good enough, you know? So he's going to need to either Max Potion, because there's the Mallow. So the first card we saw out of his deck was the Max Potion. Probably looking for an energy or a way to get 2 energies, if he doesn't already have one. I don't think there is a letter in the deck, if I recall correctly. So if there's no letter, then that's not a way to grab it, but maybe he can draw into it by grabbing like an Oaks or something like that. But regardless, he's going to need to try to risk it for that double energy. He needs to Max Potion somehow. So, yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. Maybe getting another Trico out would be nice, just because I could go just bonkers crazy and get the knockout. Like the one shot when he's clean. Grady's thinking long and hard about this move. I do think the Max Potion is the route he needs to take. I don't think he can leave that unhealed. It'd be nice if he could get something down, like even the Tropius down to do some damage. Or maybe Shaming, because I've taken a lot of prizes. So here's the Max Potion. And then the Superior Energy Retrieval. to grab those 2 energies back. And he discards the end with that to do 100 damage, and with the max potion. So he healed all that back up. I'm going to swoop teleporter and fail the swoop, bench the Lapras to probably grab Oracle or Mallow. Just kind of a way to grab my own, or Skylar for letter. There we go, that works. So that symbols that I probably already have the max potion in hand, or at least some way to heal a little bit of stuff. I don't want this Gardevoir going down right now necessarily, but I still kind of want to knock out. But we are just going to be trading these back and forth. Like basically just dealing 100 and back and forth, going over and over again. Trying to think if there is a way that I can knock him out. It would have to be, let's see, I could get the other Gardevoir to accelerate a Psychic, plus to 150, DCE, or I've already attached an energy per turn, so very unlikely to happen actually. But Field Blower comes down, not very big there. Hex is actually really big to put me back into the driver's seat of 2 shots. Here comes the Rockets admin. Like I said, it's just gonna who can get the max potions, the goops, the hexes, and that sort of thing. I'm able to hex so that if he does max potion, he couldn't get an attack off. It would just save the Sceptile. So his option here, you can see he's kind of preparing for. He could just retreat and save the Mega Sceptile, force me to hit the Lysander. I guess he could retreat and max potion if he had that combo. Just because the Hex did come down, he's not going to be able to goop and get the attachment. This is a scenario where Mega Turbo would be a good card. But Mega Turbo is not usually used in a lot of decks, so just because you only ever have like generally 1 Mega per turn, just kind of hitting each other. So Warp Point off of here, going to give him the free prize of the Ralts, and that's totally fine with me. I'd rather just give him this Ralt so he can do 100 to it, and then I come back up and hit a Sceptile again. Just take that easy knockout. So, hopefully he can accelerate to this Tropius. That's what he's going to be looking at doing. Energy removal, not going to do a whole lot because I can accelerate. And then here, there's the Jagged Saber, I think that's what it's called. The attachment down for the knockout out of my hand. A Mallow coming down. I bet you anything that could be for Reverse Seeker. That would be a great prize this turn. Just because then I would be able to download the Hex. That's already in my discard pile. Because then it would be a knockout, Reverse Seeker for Hex. He would come up and hit me with Tropius, I guess. But outside of that, not going to be doing a whole lot. So there is the Versus Seeker for the Hex. I am gonna grab the Gallade as well. I should Premonition first. I think that's what I'm doing here. Yep, Premonition first. Rearrange, play the Hex, and then take the knockout, grabbing 2 more prizes, and he is still under Hex Lock. This is just kind of an example of a big GX Pokemon and then hexing your opponent out of game. Here comes the Lysander Stall. Or not Lysander Stall, Lysander Knockout. He is going to take the knockout on Porygon, putting me down to 1 prize, making it very, very hard for me to get that Hex off again, because I'm going to need to draw into it somehow. Let's see, this 120 damage. I would need an energy attachment, plus like a Versus Seeker. Oh, there's the energy attachment. If I could hit the Versus Seeker, or not the Versus Seeker, the Dowsing for it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Able to draw right back into that the Porygon plus the Dowsing for the Hex. You can see the Porygon 2 back into my hand. I should have shuffled better apparently. Yeah, got the Porygon down. Got the 3rd turn in a row with a Hex and a knockout. Almost impossible for me to come back here. No Sceptiles on board. No energy acceleration. His goal now is just going to be try to take some prizes here and there. Uxie's going to come up, maybe take a hit. That Versus Seeker is for an N. If he can get his own Hex off here, it would very much prevent him from the likelihood of him getting Hex next turn. That's what it does help. Trico with an energy, that signals that this Uxie is just going to take a hit. Windstorm comes down on the Flow Stone. He might go for a like a Lysander knockout. Super Rod looks like it's being played right now. Yep, Super Rod is being played. I couldn't see what it shuffled back in, but that is just a pass from Grady. Now, a Hex or a Lysander will do me great here. I can take the knockout on the Trico, or Hex him out of game again. I've Hexed 3 straight turns in a row. Luxury Ball is going to come down probably for the Lapras for Skyla for Dazzle Machine for Hex maybe? Oh, nope. Porygon coming down. And there's the Guzma. Gonna use Claydol. Gonna take this knockout on the Claydol. I don't think he's got much in his hand. And if I can Hex again, then just even better. But I'm trying to find a way to free retreat out of this so I can save the energy. Not gonna be that big of a deal though. This right here though is pretty big if I can find a way to retreat, because I can get the Gardevoir EX, the one that has imprisoned. So I can put an imprison marker on the Porygon 2. Shut that one off, kill the active, just take some knockouts here. Grab the AZ as my second supporter. So even though I wasn't able to play Hex that turn, in effect I'm able to Hex because his 2-draw supporters or his 2-draw Pokemon cards are no longer in play. And then the other thing is, you saw that there was Karina in my hand. That Karina can grab the a computer search for a Dazzle Machine for a Hex. So I could Hex him next turn as well. Grady just kind of trying to draw into some outs here. Lookers is going to go for, he hits a computer search off of it. Perhaps he can hit an Oaks or something like that. A Swoop Teleporter, actually. Really, really big for him here. He's going to be able to come up and take this Revenge KO. Big old damage, but then I'm going to draw, attach Karina for game. That does it there. Like I said, it's mostly, that's just a good example of hexing someone out of game. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, hope you have a good one.